Where am I? Hi everyone, can you hear me? You can't see me yet. There I am. Hello. Almost everything's set up. Hopefully you can see and hear me now. Most importantly, hopefully you can see the game. We're going to be trying for, I don't know what attempt this is, we're going to be trying to win the solo mode of Kanban EV. I love Kanban. I've played it loads of times. I've played Kanban EV a fair few times. All solo, all failures, I think. I think in the previous streams they've probably been quite truncated because I got sacked and stopped. You don't have to stop, of course. The rules say stop, but you can just play the game out if you want. That's what we're going to do today. If we get sacked, then we will just carry on for the rest of the game, just so we can play some Kanban. So the way it works, if you haven't seen it before, you play against Mr. Lacerda, as you often do in Vita Lacerda's solo modes, although this is a mode designed by David Torzi, and Mr. Torzi is the other colleague of yours, and they are a bit conniving and getting in the way, and every time they score points, which they will a lot, they make you lose points. And if you should ever do an end of week scoring or a meeting, and at the end have less than 0 points, possibly even 0 points actually, you get fired. And that's it for you. It tends to happen. It tends to happen on the first opportunity. I try to stop it. But yeah, for all of those plays, apparently I'm not very good at Kanban. From the solo perspective, you have to play it differently as well. Like, I have these notions in my head of like, oh, I need to get certified, I need to do this first, I need to do this first, but they get in the way. And I would say, so far, I don't know if I've got unlucky with cards and things, they never make cars. Rach and I had a game yesterday, just relearning and refreshing. It's the first time Rach had seen the solo mode of it. We just played, like, cooperating on it. They went once to make cars. I think Mr. Tortzi went once. So I got to make all the cars. They're constantly trying to take them straight away. Just a look at the draw. At least at a certain point, Mr. Tortzi kept coming to the logistics and there weren't any parts left for him. So that was a plus. Hi, everyone, by the way. Hopefully you can hear me rabbiting on all of this time. Hey, Mike. Hey, Matt. Hey, Thomas. Michael. Sylvia. Don't mind. How's it going? Right, so I suppose we should make a move then. And as I think I've done this before, so the game comes with these solo cards and you put them in a row and stuff and it decides what Mr. Lacerda and Mr. Lacerda and Mr. Torzi are going to do. But you can also go to gameswithtony.com. There it is. And Tony, presumably, has come up with a little bot that handles all of those cards for you. You tell it where you're going, it tells you where the bots are going, and also every single time a reminder of what they're doing and a reminder of what you're doing as well. That is on the player aid for you, and there is a solo player aid. It's not like it's impossible without that, but hey, anything that can save me some table space and speed things up a little bit, it would be great. So we've picked our certifications, Mr. Lacerda and Tortzi. I'm in the way of them a bit, aren't I? There you go, you can see Mr. Lacerda and Mr. Tortzi they make the same decisions. Mr. Tortzi is in the back because I've taken his number 3 spot. So that's going to be the player order for choosing a place. Mr. Lacerda, then Mr. Me, and then Mr. Tortzi. And so, you can see from this, Mr. Lacerda is going to choose to go. Where is he? Here's Mr. Lacerda. He is going to go to the logistics department. If he has the choice, he will always take the bottom workstation. I think if the bottom's taken, he'll actually go to a different place as well. But yeah, he always wants the bottom. Mr. Tortzi always wants the top. So next is our choice straight away. So if you've never played Kanban before, I think you'll pick it up. I'll tell you if you've got any questions. But I have done several playthroughs of this. At this point, basically, it's a worker placement game. You place your worker in one of the departments. The number is how many action points you get. It's how many shifts you get in the day, how much you're working. We're working in a car factory, trying to make cars, get designs, get parts, upgrade those designs, make make cars, and get them to test our designs, and go to meetings, impress our boss Sandra, who is patrolling around, watching our every move, and punishing us constantly. So, I need to decide where to go. I can go anywhere apart from the logistics 3-shift spot because he's gone there. I could go to logistics and only get 2 actions and get ahead of him. I've started the game with a design for a white car that cannot be upgraded. So most of the designs you can upgrade with parts, they're with points and things. The unupgradable designs you can only use to claim cars. So I could either come here, and there is a goal for having 2 white cars at the end. You could score 8 points potentially if you've got speech tokens to claim them and stuff. That's an endgame goal we could think about, although we've got to not get fired. So having a car, having some tested designs would help me in end of week scoring. Having a car might help me in the meeting a little bit. Getting certified in certain places would help. But does this is have number of cars? Does this have cars in like garage 2 or 3? Because I could change like the order of it, everything goes in, can't I? When they're just the non-upgraded things. I'm going to have them that way around. So do I claim a thing or do I go and get some more designs first? Because like if we're going to get a white car, there are a load of white designs out that I could start upgrading. I think I'm going to get a car made. Let's go for 3 actions in assembly. Okay, and then we'll get the browser back up. So I need to tell it where I'm going because it will know when places are blocked off. So I'm going to go in assembly, 3 shifts, please. And Mr. Tortzi is going to go into admin. He will always, if possible, choose the top spot. And that's where we're going to go. So from then, we take actions in this order, top to bottom. And tomorrow, so every round of the game, we are going to choose actions in this order as well. Choose new departments. You've got to go to a different department. I can't go to the department where Sandra is. The bots don't have that restriction. But other than that, we'll take some actions. This helper is great. Anything like this that says, like, the deck of cards works great, and that's cool, but anything like this that smooths things out for me and reminds me what they're actually going to do in the action is brilliant. I don't have to keep looking it up in the rulebook because I will get things wrong. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Oh, Steve, I've got an inkling that I'm going to film a last-minute playthrough. I shouldn't, but I think I might. It's not going to go up this week. It's last minute for me, not for anyone else, so it shouldn't be so scary. So if you haven't played a Lacerda yet, they always seem to fall down the priority list. I love Lacerdas. I think probably I haven't played Inventions yet. I haven't played that yet. But I think every other one. I love them. Kanban is probably, certainly multiplayer, Kanban is my favourite one. Gallerist might still be my favourite solo. Yet to not get fired. Me too. At least we're on the same page here. Matt's never won either. Well, we're in good company, aren't we? Am I caught up? You need to get cars to get scoring at the weekly meeting. Yeah. Like the weekly scoring scores you for cars you have that have been upgraded and tested designs you have of all of the cars. So, yeah. I feel like getting a car is going to be good. So, over here in my department, we can just zoom in on that. So the actions you can do. Every department has got a certification track. You can spend a shift, remember I've got 3 at the moment, to train in this certification track. Once you get certified by taking 3 steps up here, then you get a bonus. You unlock something in the game. In my case, that is going to be for assembly, it's unlocking the last garage space. I can only have 4 cars. This unlocks this space and the bonuses therein. I move up the certification track and we'll get a bonus. And the first person to be certified in each department scores 2 points in the solo game. Remember, when they score points, they take points away from me. So I don't want that to happen. But the dilemma I've got 3 shifts. I did start, and I chose to start with a book. I can do some homework. You can spend as many of these as you like. I've only got 1 though. And you got the certification track of where you are. So I could, with that and 2 shifts, become certified, score some points, move up this track. Certification track determines turn order for meetings as well. There is a bonus speech token, allowing us to speak more at meetings. I should have one of those for the start of the game, actually, speaking of them. It's good to do all of that, but I am going to need 2 actions to get a car. So that leaves me 1 shift spare here, 1 book. It's not going to get me certified unless I don't make the car. And the whole point of coming here was making the car. So the other things you can do here, this is just if any of the cars are filled up with parts, you get rid of all the parts there. Otherwise, you can spend a shift to make a car. And the speech tokens available for white cars. I think this is a good move. So you've just got to put a part down that isn't already there for that model. So I am going to pop that down. And I could be making like a red as well, would push this along. So you make basically a new white car. And yeah, they're sideways just so you can see them in bird's eye view. So that pushes this car along. And I can choose to either push it down this conveyor to the middle, which would push this green car here. Or I can push it along this conveyor to go out more. I'm going to choose to do that because we want to make a white car. So that's my first one. And then I also started with a parts voucher. This can be any part. And so let's just say that it's a part of a different colour, because it doesn't particularly matter for me right now. And let's make another white car and just slide them all along the bottom conveyor belt. So they all still exist there. This one comes out the bottom and I get a point for making a car out of this entrance. So I've gone the green route. I could have got some more points. There is demand. There is high demand for the white car. And I know they've got names for things. I can't remember. The white car. There's like concept and SUV and all of this stuff. Compact is the green, I think. So there is demand for the white car. So I can claim a speech token. And when you do this, as long as you've got space for them, you swap it with one of your speech tokens. Every speech token can be spent to say more things in the meetings, more points. I need to remember to keep them in mind too. So the car drives off all the way over to R&D here, and I can do actions to claim the cars if I come here tomorrow, which I probably will. So I've spent 2 shifts. I could make another car, get another speech token and another point. I can't actually, because I haven't got any more parts. So with the spare shift, I am definitely going to move my certification marker, because Sandra is going to, from next turn onwards, start mowing down these departments. And if you're in last place on the certification track and you haven't done enough in that department to satisfy her, and she is tough to please, you're going to lose points. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to spend my book yet. That might help me tomorrow. So that's going to be my turn. For the bots, let's bring their thing up. So Sandra just stays where she is, by the way. Usually Sandra will go to the next department along. In the first day, she just chills for a bit. So here's me, and another cool thing, as I mentioned, for the solo mode, it tells you, reminds you what you need to do for the department you're in too, as well as reminding you how they work. So, Mr. Lacerda. And this is true of both of the bots. When they come to a department, I lie down now because I'm done. The bots will advance in the certification track every single turn. And Mr. Lacerda starts 1 space ahead anyway. So he moves up there, and the thing tells you as well, look at it, it says this is where he should be, in case you've missed one. This is where he should be on the certification track. Then he issues a Kanban order. So I will do this at certain points as well. He flips over the top card of the Kanban deck and puts it in its space with the 2 symbols aligning with its matching warehouse. So it'll go that way. And based on the position of Sandra, it will either put this chunk on top or this chunk at the bottom. We can see in the little diagram there, it's going to put the big chunk at the bottom. Let's check I'm remembering all of the bits. Yep, shift the card like that and then refill the parts. I will get to do this as well at some point. So I will choose where a Kanban card goes, and basically every department that matches gets that many parts. So that matches, and then down here, the pink and 2 beige. Pink and 2 beige. And for an action down here later, you can take all of the parts in one section. That's a lot of body parts, I think they are, that you could grab. Then he collects parts. Remove all parts of the type indicated from above, and cards define this as well. He's going to take all of the pinks, both of them, Keep one and discard the rest. There we go. No parts are available. Choose another type. They keep a maximum of 6 parts. If they gain a 7th, they reduce down to 6. He's not certified yet. Once he's certified, though, and this is only true of Mr. Lacerda, he goes again. It's going to be horrible when he gets certified, and as you can see, he's not very far off that happening. So he's done, he lies down, and Mr. Torzi is in admin. And this is true of both of them. So they advance in the department they're in, admin, and then he advances training in Sandra's department, which is admin. He's nearly certified already. And that's all they do. They just train more in admin. Admin is a special wildcard area, so you can spend the shifts that you earn here, which is less than the other departments. You can spend them in admin, just certifying, or you can spend them in one other department too, and mix and match. Like one other department, but you could do like a shift in admin, another shift in the department you pick. Hey Sam, how's it going? Yeah, I got sacked wrongly last time. I ended the stream and stuff. And then I think you worked out, didn't you, that actually I was fine. Maybe that would have been my first win. Rach and I didn't win. We carried on playing, but we got sacked twice. So Sandra sits at a desk and doesn't do anything, and the cards also determine if they recycle. So I think you can see down here, there is a recycling zone on the board, and whenever you need parts, if you have a part that isn't in recycling, and you want a part that is in recycling, you can do a swap as many times as you like. So they want to try and take this one and replace it with this one. They can't do that, so they're not going to recycle. And on the first day of the game, Sandra just sits at her desk. So everyone slides down, and he's finished. I'm at the top, so I need to take the top action, don't I? Because if I can see in their icons up here of things they might do. They might come to R&D. And if it's Mr. Torzi coming to R&D, he's going to take the top spot, and they always try and take a car. So I think I have got to take that top spot, even though it's one fewer shift than the bottom slot. Because if he takes that top slot, he'll go first, and then there won't be a car, and I'll have wasted my time entirely. I think this is also going to mean, though, that I'm not going to end up getting certified. So I'm going to go to R&D for 2 departments. Mr. Lacerda is going in assembly, and Mr. Torzi is also going in assembly. So, done myself out of a shift there. So it's and Sandra is also going in here, but I won't be last. I won't get punished by Sandra, which is a plus. Yeah, if I'd have gone second, Sandra would have gone first. So maybe it's okay that I went first. Okay, Sandra went in that one. Recycling might happen. So it is me first. What can you do? Over here, we can get certified again. You can upgrade a design. You can test it. Yeah, you can upgrade a design, not test it. That's different. So all of the designs, apart from the one that I've started with, you can spend a part to flip it over. You get some points based on like 2 for doing it, and then you get some points based on these parts and some bonuses. And if you've got a car of the type that you upgraded, it's great. It's going to be worth even more points. I can't do that, so we won't worry about that until later. The other thing you can do here is claim a car. So depending on how many cars away from the pace car it is, the big shiny one, that's how many shifts it costs. So you have to give in a design of that car's type. So white car, it goes the bottom of one of the stacks. I'm going to claim that. That's one of my shifts. It's going to go in one of my garages over here, and that's basically going to decide which bonuses do I want. There is a meeting topic wants you to have cars in garage 2 or 3. So do I want 2 parts vouchers, or do I want 2 books? I think 2 books. I want to try and get certified. I'm scared. That flips over. I get 2 books, but I can't use them yet, frustratingly. I would love to use them right now. But you can't use things in the turn that you gain them, generally. So I've claimed the car. It happens at the end of your turn, but just so I remember now, the pace car moves forward by the number of cars that were just taken, and once it gets to the lines again, it's going to trigger a meeting. When Sandra goes back to her desk, it's going to trigger an end of week scoring as soon as 3 of one thing and 2 of the other thing have happened, that's going to trigger the end of the game. So that's 1 shift because it was right behind the pace car. Then I can't upgrade a design. I've got no designs. So we're definitely going to spend an action advancing. Do I want to spend a book? Probably not. I can spend it in another department. Yeah. I wanted to get more certified than I am right now. But I was scared that they were going to take my car off me. So that's me done. I only got 2 shifts because I went in the top space, and Sandra is now. So when Sandra comes here, she advances the pace car 1 space, and all the cars advance behind. She hasn't triggered a meeting just yet. And then she evaluates the person furthest behind on certification for this department. They don't get evaluated. They don't have to worry about losing points for this. But if I was in the last place, she is looking at upgraded designs. If you have 2 or fewer upgraded designs, she punishes you. She is mean. She punishes you 5 points. You lose, but you can reduce that punishment for every banked shift you've got. I haven't got any banked shifts, so it's good to avoid that punishment, really. I think that's gone not so bad. So she would punish Mr. Tortsy, but you can't punish them in that way. So next is going to be Mr. Tortsy. He advances on the certification, so now I'm last again for tomorrow, which could be bad. For Sandra, it's probably going to be bad for me. I'm probably going to lose some points there. Maybe we should have spent my book. I didn't know they were both going to go there. So, Mr. Tortsy advances on the training track. You should end up here. Provide the shown part, this one, to the car that needs it. So that's the black car, right? So they provide that part to the black car to make one. And Mr. Tortsy always wants to just make cars as quickly as possible. And I think Mr. Lacerda, on the other hand, will try and funnel them all into the middle. So he just wants to get cars out. He's generated a car, but not made anything yet. Those are the things. He'll always choose to move left. Place a new car from this model at the beginning. He gains points. Nope. He hasn't made a car. There we go. That's Mr. Tortsy. And then Mr. Lacerda is going to advance in certification. Provide the selected part. So it is going to be the pink part to the black car again. So they're going to make another black car. But Mr. Tortsy wants things to go in the middle. So he would be able to make a car here. But actually, like the way it works is like that slides there, that slides there, that slides there. And then he makes the new black car. So he hasn't made one. So no points. He isn't certified, so he won't do it again. A meeting hasn't occurred, but it reminds you of the rules because it doesn't know when a meeting might happen. So it reminds you at any possible time. And then everybody's been. So it's a new day. Okay, I don't know what to do. There is nothing I can do about this punishment. Because I can't come here because it's full. Sandra's going to skip it. Ooh. It's full. Sandra's going to choose where to go first. So that's bad because end of week scoring is going to come quicker. So if I go to logistics first, I can avoid punishment and get some car parts. And there are quite a few parts available. Oh, this should have been put back on the bottom of the deck, I think. I can avoid punishment and get some car parts. I really want designs. That's what I want more than anything. See, here she wants you to have car parts. If you have 2 or fewer car parts, she'll punish you. So I will get punished. 5 points because I have no bank shifts. And even if I get some bank shifts from designs, that'll be after she's done the punishment. And once I get the designs, I will need to then go and get car parts. It's just that I'm again taking the 2 shifts to try and avoid things. I want designs, but I think I'm going car parts. Oh yeah, and Sandra clears them out. Good point, Matt. Sandra makes all of them go down to 1 per bit. So yes, I will go to logistics. In the 2 again. I hate the 2 spot. Sandra goes to logistics in the 3 spot. She would just go to the next department along whatever space is available, but they're blocking it off. So she's skipping along. The end of the week is going to come a little bit faster now. Mr. Torzi is going to designs, and Mr. Lacerda is going to admin. It's bad for certifications. Yeah, he's going to get certified in here, but I can get certified first and get the points. So we need to do that. Okay, so it's me first. So that's not the right one. In logistics, we can certify again. We can do a Kanban order. So I've got 2 Kanban cards in my hand. I play them like Mr. Lacerda did. So I decide which way up I want to do. I decide this line or this line matches up. And you fill up all the matching bits. So you can only do this once, and it costs you a shift to do, but you do get a banked shift. And you can spend them later on. I haven't had any yet to really explain them. But yeah, you can do up to 4 shifts a day. You can spend more than you actually have here as long as you've got banked shifts to spend. And the books don't take up any time, so they can help you out. So I feel like for parts, the downside is I want to upgrade white now. I've got that because they'll be tested designs. I'm pointing at the white car down here. But none of those need the body part. There is body part. I can recycle. Body part is available in here. There's a gap. So I could get a part I potentially need to upgrade the white car. And he might end up taking the designs from the white car. But I feel like it would be an absolute waste to not grab these. They'll be good for something, surely. 1 action, 4 car parts. Now, do I get another part and spend 3 books getting certified, all my books? Or do I spend a shift and just 2 of them, and I've got 1 to help me later? We might be able to get parts vouchers or something. I am going to go shift to upgrade, and then 2 of my 3 books. 1, 2. We've been certified. In solo, the first person to get certified, whether it's me or one of them, gets 2 points. So they can't get those 2 points now. And there's points for getting to the end first as well. Is that 2 again? We'll worry about that later. For being certified, I move up. I have a certification now. So I can have any of these, and this is going to determine the turn order for meetings. You want more certifications goes first, and then right to left is in front. So I can get a book back, I can get a banked shift, parts voucher. Might help me do more design things. And that means I'd go first in the meeting and decide what I'm doing. So if I choose second, he will choose first. Okay, thanks, Black Cat. It would make sense to get certified as well, because I'm talking about certifications. But the other thing that you get is I'm limited in space for car parts. For being certified, you unlock another spot. Parts voucher is nice. I want book for more certifications. So if I come to designs, I want to pick up a load of designs and get certified. Because being certified in design is a meeting topic. Book. I'm going to go book. Get me a book back, please. Okay, so that's it. That's all of my stuff. Sandra will remove all but 1 part from the warehouses. And then she is going to look at the person furthest behind and punish you if you've got 2 or fewer parts. It's not me, so we don't have to worry in solo. That's Sandra done. Then Mr. Torzi is in designs. He moves up in the certification track. He takes 2 design tiles. These 2. So one of those is a white one. They put it at the bottom of their stack. They upgrade things and get loads of points. It's horrible. They're both upgradable designs. If they're non-upgradable, they discard them all and get points instead. And then we refill. A lot of green designs out. At least Mr. Lacerda isn't here, so those are available for me. Great. And Sandra, if I go there to get those designs, though, Sandra will skip. And it will be end of week scoring. I could go to admin to get the designs, couldn't I? Although one shift in admin you could have. It's too hard. Mr. Lacerda is moving up in admin training, and then he advances in Sandra's current department, which is logistics, which means he gets certified. He's not first, though. He will be first in kind of certifications. There is a race as well. The first person to get 3 certifications gets their speech token. There's only one. And a meeting hasn't occurred yet. And that's that, isn't it? So, in the end of week scoring that would trigger if Sandra goes to admin. When she goes to admin, she'll punish you if you are certified in 2 places or less. And I'm definitely last in admin. The end of week scoring is, for every car in your garage, you get a point for every upgrade that's been made to that type of car by everyone, and a point for every tested design you have of that model. Tested design is a design that you have upgraded and you have a car for. So at the moment, no one's done any testing, so that end of week scoring will get me absolutely nothing. So accelerating towards that, and pushing her to admin where I will get punished, because even if I get certified here, that's only 2 places, she'll still punish me. Or I go to admin, and then what? I could still do a shift up here. I don't have any bank shifts, though. I could spend the whole time just getting certified. My shift and 2 books, and then she won't punish me. But she'll come here and punish me, because I'm behind. At least I'll have 3 shifts here. And we'll just hope things improve later. I'm going to go designs 3, please. Sandra is going to go back to her desk. And Mr. Tortsy is going to R&D. They're going to upgrade their stuff. And, oh, after saying this, Mr. Lacerda is going to assembly. Maybe they're actually going to generate some cars this time. At least he'll generate them. Ooh, I'll be able to see what he makes, and I can get a design of it and be able to take it next time. Although he might choose that next time. We'll see. Right, he's going there, and everybody's picked. Hey, Harry. Oh, you learn solo from one of my older videos. Great. I have never tried the speed charger mode. I wasn't sure. I think it is compatible with solo, although it doesn't really say, I don't think. I don't know. I've never tried it. But it seems cool. I would like to. I meant to, like, whenever we would play multiplayer again, but Rach has never played the multiplayer yet, just because too many games. But this is the Lacerda that she likes. She's not a fan of most of them. So, oh, he's in R&D, so advances in the training track, and then he upgrades the design from the top of their shared stack using a car part from the supply. So it's this car part. He's upgrading blue. Their priority is highest points. So that's 3 points. And they advance the car part and get these points. So that's going to be 5 points. What happens when they gain points? I lose points. That flips over and goes in his section, I think. Yep. And then take the car with the highest points value and advance the pace car. No, you can't. They're the types. Concept, sports, track, SUV, city. Advance the pace car as normal. No cars. You should have done a better job making them. So now, Mr. Lacerda gets certified. He's certified first, so that's me losing 2 points. And he moves up the certification track. They don't get rewards from this track. So he's definitely going first in the meeting. So advance on there, and then he provides a blue part to the red car, making a new red car. And he always funnels through the middle, doesn't he? So he is going to make a new red car. So slide along. You slide along. You slide along. And he is going to make a green car, which gets them 2 points. Loses me 2 points. And now that is behind there. So I could get a green car. Then, put that there. He gets points. There's no demand for a green car, so that's fine. But he is certified, so he's going to do it again. So then he's going to do the beige part on the red car. So he's also going to make a black car, which they're the concept cars. They're worth the most points. So you go around there. Have I given him the points for that? Let me know. He needs 2 points if I haven't given him to him because he's made another car. Hey, the bots are making cars. So, it's me. So at the design section, certification as usual, and there is taking designs. If you take them from these slots, you get books. If you take them from these slots, you get banked shifts. Nothing from here. Once you're certified, you can take them from the stacks as well. So, with 3 shifts, it would be nice to get certified. I've got 2 books. I mean, so when they come to the thing, they take the car behind the pace car. So, even if Mr. Lacerda goes here next time, he will take the green car, not the black car. So I could grab a car here. And still just grab a car that I can upgrade. A design that I can upgrade. And then get certified. Yeah. So let's go for you there. I think black and grey design. The bonus can take the black car and push grey for the speech bubbles. Yes. So, yeah, I don't think I particularly mind because the black one's just getting handed in. That'll get me a book that I can't spend right away. That'll get me a banked shift that I can't spend right away. This is to remind you, hey, you've got a banked shift. I'm not going to spend it right now, though. We've got a shift left. So, is that 1 space or 3 spaces on the corner of the track? It's 1. So, it depends on your player count, how many spaces there are. Because pace car and 2 are on the corner space. It doesn't really matter what space these cars are on. So, yes, I'm going to shift that, and I'm going to spend my books as well. So, first to be certified is 2 points. And I want... So he's not going to take second now. I can either have a speech token and a point, or a speech token and a bank shift. I'm going to go bank shift. Right. And I've got... Oh, and it unlocks this space. You can have up to 5 designs instead of 4. And I can take from these in the future. So they slide along. I'm done. I just got to get that certified somewhere else. But so's he, if he comes to admin again. But if he comes to admin, I could maybe get certified there first. And that would be the 3rd. I'd get the speech token. I don't know. Right, they've done their bits, haven't they? They should be lying down. So, bring this back up. That's my stuff. I want to get a book back, don't I now? Because I earned a book just there. So, Sandra. End of week scoring. For each car in your garage, a point for every upgrade that's been done to it. No one's upgraded a white car. Point for every tested design I have. None yet. So 0 in end of week scoring. Then advance the week marker by 1 space. Colleagues score 2 points for every upgraded design tile they have. And then they're removed from the game. Whoop. Or thrown from the game. So 2 points. Hey, that's not 0. So I have not been fired. But then, evaluation penalty. Be certified in 2 or fewer departments. I'm certified in 2. I'm behind on this track, so she punishes me. I do have 2 bank shifts, though. So it's 5 minus 2 bank shifts, 3-point punishments. So not as bad as it could be. And maybe I should have taken both the white ones, but I think taking the car is going to pay off. Meeting hasn't occurred, although it is going to occur, I think. Because at least one... If they take a car as well, a meeting will occur. So tomorrow, Mr. Tortzi is going to assembly. Mr. Lacerda is going to admin. So, I will go to R&D. I'm safe to take the 3 shifts. So, and Sandra, oh, do you want to take the 3 shifts? Because Sandra's going to come up and punish you. This is another 3 points. Or if I come here first, I can avoid that and get the 3rd certification. I can undo, can't I? It'll reset the app to your most recent selection step. Yes, I only just did that. I'm going to take 2 shifts again. Maybe I'll spend a bank shift and regret it. I'm going to just get ahead of Sandra. So she can still come here, but she goes to the 3 spot instead. So, with my 2 shifts, I am claiming the... Oh, but that means you're not going to upgrade? 2 to claim the car, 1 to upgrade. A book and a shift gets you certified. Go for it. Yeah, I'm going to spend both my bank shifts. So that's 4 shifts. 2 to claim the black car. Giving that in. Because it's 2 behind the pace car. And we'll put it in. Oh, I could put it in me. All right, let's just change these rewards around. It doesn't matter what space they're in, does it? Maybe I want parts. Let's go in the middle. Let's get these parts vouchers. That's what was in there. That's what we'll have. Because they'll help later. So that's 2 shifts. I'm going to upgrade this design. I can turn in one of my many beiges at recycling to grab a green instead. So, I need to decide on the white car, what bonus do I want? I could get a bank shift back. I could get a book. I don't want 2 points. I kind of want the book. I'm going to go for a bank shift. Get a bank shift. And then move the green part. So I get 2 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this, you're not going to see this really because I'm zooming in, but this goes above my white car. Like, normally you can put them down here to say, I've upgraded it, but if you've got a car of that colour, it's a tested design. As you've seen, they are important. So, I think I've got to worry about Sandra a bit, though. Because, like, in the normal game, yeah, she's going to punish you. And there's not... You can't do anything about it all the time. But if I take big punishments all the time, as soon as I end a meeting or a week with no points, I lose. And I think it'd be okay here. So I spent the book and my 4th shift to go... I could just do that and then I'm not behind. But I'm going to get certified because that's another 2 points. First to be certified in this department. And I could get me 2 bank shifts back. He is going to get certified in a minute, so if you want to be ahead of him, you need to go for parts vouchers. But we could just go for books again. But I'm going to, unless I come to assembly next time, I'm going to get punished. If we've been certified in here as well, I can do a double upgrade. I wouldn't want to do it right away, I don't think. Two bank shifts will protect you a bit and you can do stuff with it. But with books, you can go over the limit of doing stuff. Oh, it's tough. I'm going to go for bank shifts. Right. That's my 4 shifts. So I spent 2 bank shifts, but I've come out with 3. And first to 3 certifications gets me this speech token. So I think it's worth doing, because now Sandra looks at them and ignores me. So I'm done. Sandra will advance. Oh, I took a car. That needs advancing. Sandra advances the pace car. And she's not looking at me, so we don't have to worry. This goes down here to remind us there is a meeting at the end of today. So, Mr. Tortsy is going up the certification track for here. He is putting a black part into the black car, which he's got every right to do. And he just wants them out as quick as possible. So he is going to get a point for making a black car. Oh, a blue car. That's fine. They're not in demand, so they just come back here. Might be worth trying to take a blue car if I can, because they've already upgraded a blue car. They're going to upgrade a blue car next as well. And remember, end of week scoring, you get a point for every pot, for every car you've got, every upgrade that's been done by anyone. Could be worth doing. So yeah, advance that, put that part in there, make the car. They've done that. So you're done, and Mr. Lacerda gets certified in admin. So he's going to go there. He's got certified before me, so I'll lose 2 points. And then oh yeah, he is going to advance in Sandra's department, which is this one. So, and because he's certified, he goes up again. He's not the first to be certified in there, though, but 4 certifications. That's too much. So he is replacing that with a green, which is nice because I can recycle with my many beiges again. I'm in the way of recycling. So, there's no blue designs out. Very good point. Forget that plan then. Okay, meeting time. Yeah, try and make sure Sandra never skips a region. I think I was a bit stuck when she skipped one last time, though, because they'd made that happen. I'd already made a decision. Although maybe I could have seen that was coming. So, let's have a look at meetings. There are performance goals here that I have totally been thinking about this entire time. These are topics that Sandra wants to hear about. These are the hot new things in car design. And so we have speech tokens that on our turn we can use to tell Sandra about a certain thing. So when you do it, so Sandra wants to hear about all the cars that you've got in your garages. So if I was the first to pop here, I could tell her about up to 3 cars I've got in my garages and get 2 points for every one that I've got. But then in the future, when another player comes to do it, even if they've got 4 or 5 cars in there, she's only going to reward them for having 2 because she's a bit sick of hearing about cars that you've got in your garages. So there's an advantage to being first. Like, even if you haven't got 3 cars, you might want to go there early because a person with 3 cars isn't going to be able to get the full points for it. So with that in mind, I don't decide first anyway. They get some speech tokens. I have to earn them properly throughout the game. Mr. Lacerda gets a speech token based on the meeting number, which is 1. Mr. Tortsy gets 3, no matter what the meeting. And so we go in the normal order, so most certifications to least. So Mr. Lacerda goes first. He goes left to right. I get to choose. Mr. Tortsy goes right to left. So I can't do anything about this. He is going to choose cars in garages, and he is going to score the maximum. They don't have actual garages and stuff, so they just score the max. Well, Mr. Lacerda scores the max. So that's going to be 6 points, which is me losing 6 points. Then it's me. So Mr. Lacerda isn't going. Ooh, this has worked out all right, hasn't it? I could actually tell Sandra about the 3 beige parts that I've got. That's worked out quite well. I'd forgotten about that. And she will say, jolly good. And here's 6 points, because I have got 3 beige parts. Then Mr. Tortsy comes in. He places on the highest, but he scores the lowest, which is 2 points. Mr. Lacerda has got no more speech tokens. I can still say things. Cars in garage 2 or 3, you say? I've done that twice, Sandra. Thank you very much. So that is going to be 8 points. Mr. Tortsy is going to tell her as well, but she's getting a bit bored of that. So she gives him 4 points. And then I can tell her that I'm certified in design. I'm going to. So that's worth 4 points. And then Mr. Tortsy, with his final speech token, can tell her about cars in his garage. He scores the minimum, which is 2, because the minimum here is 4 and the maximum. So another thing you need to do in meetings, and there's more interplay in the multiplayer game, everyone has to play a card from their section. The bots do not interact with the card you play. So I have to play something. I don't have to put a speech token on it. So have green cars. Not happening. Upgraded green parts. I have done 1. So I could get 4 points for that. Be certified in assembly. No. Upgraded pink parts. So I have to put 1 out. I don't have to put a token on it. And then I'm going to have to put 2 of them out into the display for the future. And we're going to get 2 random ones. I've got a speech token left. Do you think it's worth scoring another 4 points for this? Or we could just put it out knowing that I'm probably going to be certified, you would hope, by the next meeting in this. And I could put this out thinking, hey, I need to upgrade some more green things that are available. I could potentially get a green car. It's just I've got to go get a design. I've got to come back to R&D. Probably not going to be there. Because getting more speech tokens might not be so easy. She can do it. All right, then. I trust you. Let's go for this then. So I go on the top spot, but I can only speak about it once because I've only done it once. So I'll get 4 points. So, I mean, we've had a week scoring. We've had a meeting. I am far from being fired. This is better than it's essentially ever gone, I think. Although usually, like, the meeting and the end of week scoring come crashing down together. So, we've had a meeting. All these speech tokens can get lost, including all of mine. I have none now. If another meeting happens really quickly because people are getting cars a lot, that's just tough. I've got to put 2 out. Having green cars. I mean, getting certified in this, probably. Upgraded pink part. I mean, I want that. And that one's a pink part. There is a pink green available. I'm putting that out. I don't know that I'm going to get green cars. Never mind 2, and that's potential for them to get a lot. I don't know. So we get 2 from the deck. Put 2 topics I've put forward for next meeting. Shuffle them up, because the order is going to be important for the bots. And here we go. So upgraded the burgundy part. And, oh, what's that? Is that just have designs? That one's just have upgradable designs. Is that what it wants me to have? And then I fill back up to 4. Have blue cars, be certified in R&D, I am. Be certified in logistics, I am. Okay then. But that's the meeting. 1 meeting done, all of that. You've done all of those things. I think I've remembered all the bits for the meeting. So now we know what they do. At the end of the game, which is triggered when there's been 3 of one thing and 2 of the other, if you've got speech tokens left at the end, you can pay a speech token for each of these end of game abilities. Have 2 white cars. Have 2 upgraded black part designs. I really don't know. Be certified in assembly. Not yet. And design, I am. Yes, just on your mat. Oh, yeah, just designs that I've got on my mat for that one. Right. I think that's that. Everyone's been. We've had a meeting. It's been great. I've got to decide to go somewhere. So, I wanted to go to assembly. I think... Was I just going there to not get punished, though? Maybe we just need to get punished a bit. It's only going to be a couple of points. Because I've got bank shifts. Because if I go there, she's going to skip over it as well. So what if... We want designs, right? Design time. Let them get ahead of me. I would like this design, really. But if they're going to go first and get cars, at least I'll know that that's happened and can get things accordingly. It's just if they get ahead of me here, it will be a bit of a pain. I'd like to go somewhere else. I'm not going to go for admin for one shift, though. I don't particularly need logistics desperately. And I don't want to get to the end of tracks first. At the end of the game, you get 5 points if you are the highest in the stack. If you're higher, if you're more advanced than either of them. Because the thing in Kanban, which I think is quite cool actually, is that even if you got to the end of the track first, the person who got to the end of the track last gets the most points because they've been more recently trained than you. They've got the latest thinking on whatever it is. So basically at the end of the game, you get 5 points if you're ahead of them, both of them on a track. They get 5 points if either one of them is ahead of you. So that can be a big swing. So I don't necessarily want to race to them, but if you do get to the end of them first, you get the speech token. 2 goals for cert in assembly. Oh yeah, have a load of designs and have upgraded things. Good point. Stick with design. So I'm going to design 3, please. Sandra is going to assembly, please. Mr. Tortsy is going to logistics. Strange, because Mr. Tortsy doesn't fill things up. Mr. Lacerda does. Mr. Lacerda is taking the green car. Okay, so him first. He goes 1 up in certification. He upgrades their top thing. So, with apart from the supply, right? Yeah. So he's upgrading a blue car with a pink part. He wants points more than anything. The part goes along, so they get 4 points for that. Knocking me back a bit. Is that where I was? Was I in 17? I think I was. You'll be able to see if I did that wrong, let me know. He's certified, so he upgrades the design again. He upgrades the red car with the black part, which is going to be 1, 2, 3 points. And then they take the car behind the pace car. They get points for these at the end too. And advance the pace car as normal. Yeah, oh, that goes back there because a meeting is not due. That's Mr. Lacerda. Sandra is going to remove all of the car parts from here. I'm not going to organise them right now. Go away. And then punish if you've got 2 or fewer cars. I'm last and I've got 2 or fewer cars, so she's going to make me lose 5 minus 3 points. 2 points. But hopefully this is going to be worth it. Mr. Tortsy gets training in here, and he is going to take all of these parts. Yep. And then me in designs. So we want just designs. I'm not bothered about getting training in this. So I definitely want that, because that's an upgrade to my car, and we want upgrade pinks. So that's one of me 3 shifts, and that's going to give me a banked shift. I remember with that. What do we do with this? Do I put it there? I never use this properly. That's a good idea if you're meant to put it there. And then so upgrading with the burgundy part, a black car upgraded with that. And there's a blue car available, but there's no blue designs available. Upgraded the burgundy part, upgraded the pink part. There's another pink there, and then I could have 2 for it. And yeah, ideally, I mean, I could take these 2. It's just they're not for cars that I've got. Oh, black, you've got a black car. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Remember when you did that? Right, so that's 2. You've got another shift. Keep upgrading the black car, right? I kind of care about other things. I want to have multiple blue cars, multiple green cars potentially, but probably not going to play them. I just want designs. So let's grab another black upgrade because I want things that I have to be upgraded. And that's going to get me a book. And then I feel like, so I've got potentially more designs. I feel like spending a bank shift to get this black one as well. That's 4 shifts. I can't do any more than that. I didn't have any books, so that's going to be the end of it. Slide them along. I think that's everybody done. Just not been laying them down. There's no recycle. Do all of that. Yep, no meeting has occurred. So, Mr. Lacerda is going to logistics, and he will Kanban it up. Sandra goes to... She skips logistics. Wasn't my fault. Mr. Tortsy goes to assembly. He's going to make a car, but after I... What I do. So, go to R&D and upgrade all those things you just got. Still couldn't get the blue car. I bet they've had all of the blue designs. Just go upgrade your cars a lot. I've got parts vouchers. I could do it loads. And then we could just swing back and get designs before... You only got to have them before the next meeting. Because they've got to be upgraded to count for the thing. Great. So, I am going, please, to R&D. And it's me first, then. And she's going here. And won't punish me because I'm not last. Don't even think about that. She won't punish you if you've got at least 3 designs. But so, more than anything... Maybe you're just not going to get 2 pink things upgraded. I've got 3 shifts. You can be upgraded. Alright. You can be upgraded definitely, because I've got this part. I don't have to do any recycling for you. I know that there's no goals for doing that. Get that out of the way for a minute. So, you upgrade there. Why have I thrown the part back? Because it's got to go on the black car somewhere. Now, all I've got here is a book or a bank shift. Oh, I should have a bank shift from that. Bank shift from there. You're a tested black design, so you'll go off screen, but it's there, honest. And 0.24. And, oh yeah, the speech bubbles. There is a goal for the first person for 3 upgraded designs. That is me. Have 4 cars is the next one. I mean, I'm winning that. Then, I think, yeah, you can't see the size of the draw pile and stuff. But I'm not even... you can look and see what's coming up to help you make your decision. That's too much for me to think about already. I'm not thinking about that. I forget. I try. It might tell you somewhere, though. I'm not sure. Right. So I upgraded one thing. And then we want to upgrade the pink, which I could do by giving this in here and grabbing the pink from recycling. So you are another tested white design. On white, I could have 2 points or a banked shift. I mean, points might keep me in it. Or a book. Points. No. Bank shift. I'm going to just tick up. I can't spend them all anyway. So that's my second thing. And then move pink up. And that is 5 points for doing that one. So that's number 2. Number 3, we want the burgundy one, don't we? And I can use a parts voucher, which can be any part. How about the part I need? The black card, the only other reward available is a book, so I might as well have that. I'm not going to spend books here, so I'll just pop them in there. So you go up there, and I can, like, I've unlocked this I don't know why it's flipped around still. I've unlocked this double upgrade. So you know how it's moving one space at a time? I could move it an extra space and then score the higher points and it's worth more at the end and stuff. But I'm not. Not now anyway. So that's going to be 5 more points. So that's me 3 shifts. But I'm getting first dibs next time. I can just come straight back to this 3 space. She'll punish me here. I can come straight back and get 3 more designs. If there's meetings and stuff going on. Still no blues. Although she clears some out, doesn't she? Does she clear the whole thing out? She clears some, definitely. Right. Yeah, do that. Other parts voucher. Glad I got those parts vouchers now. I think I was deciding not to do that at some point. So you slide up, and that is 4 points. I've thrown the part back. Oh no, I threw the parts voucher back. I need a part. That is on the black car as well. No reward available here, but at the end of week scoring now, that is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 points, and there's an extra 1 for every tested design. 5 there, 5 on my board. It's going to be 10 points at end of week scoring. They're going to get 4, but still, that's a positive for end of week scoring. Hey, that's great. So that's 4 things. I don't think I spent a bank shift to do that 4th one. Did I do 4? Yeah, you definitely did. Did you? Yeah. I think so. So that's me. Mr. Tortsy will become certified. It's his first certification, everybody. And then he is going to put a black part on the white car and make a new one of them. And he just wants to make them. So he's going to get a point for making a car. Loses me 1. A white car comes out. Because, yeah, I want another white design. Get another white car. That doubles the points that you get from that stuff. And even if one of them go over there, I think I've scored the blue part, Matt. I think I got them together 4 points for all of them, I think. They made that, and then they get points for the speech bubble, don't they? Is it 1 point? 1 point and discard the speech bubble. So oh, I didn't take one I should have either. Thank you. So that goes out now, and a new car comes in demand. It's green. People are going crazy for these green cars. And then the other ones, which I think I've done wrong in the past, the other ones all get shuffled together. I feel like I just kept them going as a stack. It's Rach noticed. So he makes 1 thing. Done. Mr. Lacerda, I've turned him off. Mr. Lacerda goes up there, and he is going to issue a Kanban order with them matching, and they go down there. So he fills up 2 of them, 1 of that, and then you and you. That goes on the bottom of the deck, I think. And then he is going to take green, discard the extras and keep it, and black, which there isn't any extras. Yeah, he goes twice because he's certified. And then Sandra is shuffle and return the rightmost 4 to the bottom of the central stack, then slide them along, and she is looking for people that have got 2 or fewer designs on their desk, but not me. I'm certified. She's happy with me because I've done my training. So they slide along, and we might even see a blue design come out here. Hey, there you go. So they're out, and then a meeting has not occurred. Not far off though. So I need a new department. It's got to be designs. Mr. Tortsy is going to logistics. Mr. Lacerda is going to assembly. So they could potentially both go up there. But there's nothing I can do about that if they do it. And Sandra is going back to her desk for end of week scoring. And she'll punish me again here. But I could get bank shifts and get no punishment. Great. Recycle may occur. So, Mr. Lacerda, up here, advance on the training track, and he is providing Black pot to red car. That's okay. And he wants them all to go in the middle. So he makes the white car and scores 2 points for it. There's definitely going to be points from now. And then... No, he didn't make a red car, but he's going to now, isn't he? Then he puts the beige part in and makes another red car, and they basically slide along like that, don't they? So he gets 2 points for making that, but it's in demand, so he gets rid of the speech token. And that demand goes away. New one comes out. Hey, white cars are in demand again. They're all the rage. And he made 2 because he's certified, but he's certified in almost everything. That's him. Mr. Tortzi over here is taking all of these parts and throwing away all but one. Yep. And then me taking designs. So, I mean, black at the end is a goal. 2 of them is 7 points. So that's tempting to get out. Claiming a blue car. Blue's been upgraded a little bit. They're going to upgrade red next. That's a pink upgrade, but it's to a car that I don't care about. That's just claiming the car. Oh yeah, they are grey, aren't they? Let's see what else you get for speech. Try to push for those. Oh, for like the making cars and stuff. Yeah, we'll go for... We'll keep upgrading the grey cars. They are, like, the cars themselves, absolutely grey. There's some white in the design, but they're almost certainly grey cars. 1 shift, get that. Get the other one. Just keep having them. No benefit for that. Do we think about claiming another car? Well, one of them could be used for claiming another grey car. You don't have to do the upgrade all of the time. Green in case one comes out. They're a bit of a way off coming out, but making them would get you speech tokens if I did make them. That'll give me a bank shift. That's a 3rd one. They've upgraded red once, haven't they? And they're going to do it again. Do you know what? Don't get the bank shift. They're probably going to go there. They're going to get a blue and potentially another white car. I could claim a white and a red car. And if I can test a design, I mean, that we want. There's shift number 3. And not to get bogged down in this red car, I haven't really got parts to be thinking about this. But if I upgraded that, a meeting wants that. But if you claim all of these cars, a meeting's going to happen before you've done that. So I wouldn't make a decision based on that. Let's do this and have more bank shifts. So it's going to spend a bank shift to get a 4th thing, but move me back up as well. And that's 4 designs. That's the most I can take. With a meeting coming up, do you spend your 2 books to get to the end? They're not racing up designs. And I get some points for being the first to the end. They might get more points than me at the very end of the game. First player to get to the end gets 3 points. And a speech token and a mystery award. I think I'm going to do it. I do want to get certified in like admin or somewhere, but let's face it, I haven't been there yet. Oh, she's not going to punish me, is she? Because I'm certified in so many places. I'm spending my books. I'm doing it. 3 points for being the first to get to the end. Speech token, because I've only got 2 for meetings happening. And I get a bank shift for the award there for being at the end. So that's me. And then Sandra is... Oh, recycle if possible. Is there a black or a pink? No. No recycling happening. So Sandra, end of week scoring. For every car in your garage, a point for every upgrade that's made by everybody. I think we already worked out it's 10 points in it. 5 points for upgrades on cars that I have, and a point for every tested design you have. That's another 5, because I did them all. I've got 2 speech bubbles. It's not a lot, is it? Could potentially get another one here. Although if he does go there, I could potentially do it first, but I probably wouldn't claim a car if I went first. Yeah, because they take the speech bubble, but not the award. If I got a 4th certification, I could get a speech token as well. Assembly or admin, I need to be certified in. So 10 points. Then, advance the week. Oh, then they get 2 points. I think they'll tell me that in a minute. Advance the week marker. They score 2 points for every upgraded design, and then they go away. So that's 4 points. And then punishes you if you're certified in 2 or fewer. I'm certified in 3, Sandra. She's very impressed. And she tells me to move on. So Mr. Lacerda is taking cars. So he will take that speech bubble away unless I go there first. But then, what am I going to do? Then, designs. Mr. Tortsy is getting designs. And I've got to make a choice. So Sandra's going to go... I mean, if we go and get cars... Now, I don't want the blue car. He can take that. If I go somewhere else... If I go to admin, I could get certified in admin. Get a speech bubble and a point, or a speech bubble and a bank shift. Spend a couple to do actions somewhere. I could get the cars, but just not go there. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't get that certification. Or I could just go like... I could go to Kanban or something. Get 2 more... Get 2 more cars and see if you can get it first. Oh, like the speech bubble first. I could, but I can't get the blue car, so it would be 2 shifts to get the grey car. I could get this one. 2 shifts to do that one. Oh yeah, refill the designs, thank you. How do these refill? So like split them in half or something like that? I can't remember. The Stronghold. I love the Stronghold version. But also, I love the EV. I think I'm going to let him take that thing, and there's not going to be a meeting today. There'll be a meeting tomorrow when I come up here and get those cars. Because he can't do it again. And even if Tortsy comes here tomorrow, there'll still be a white and a red for me to come in the 3 space. I'm going to leave that. So I either go for a speech token to get to the end first, but he's coming up right behind me. I think I'm going admin. I might be able to get a car for going admin, you know. And we could get certified in admin, maybe. See how I feel. Admin, 2 actions, please. And Sandra goes up here. And it means Sandra doesn't have to skip. So, Sandra... Yeah, the pace car isn't quite going to go to meeting just yet. So you go there. Punishes you, but not me, because I'm not last. Mr. Lacerda goes to the end, so gets 3 points for getting there first, and takes that away for a point. But if I get above him later, then I will get the 5 points at the end, and I still get the award. And then upgrade a design. So he is upgrading red with a green part. So he goes for bank shift over everything. Well, points, then bank shift. And then Green part goes up. So he is scoring 3 points for that. And that's the part. Oh, and he upgrades another design. White, I mean, could be worse. So he's going to take the 2 points, though, because I left it. And that slides to 4, so that's going to be 6 points. We're back down to 15. And then he takes the car behind the pace car, and it advances. They got a blue car, folks. He's nearly run out of designs, though. They haven't been to designs for a while. You can see by their certification. Okay. So that's that. Mr. Tortzi is... Oh, he is in designs now, having said that. It's ahead of Mr. Lacerda on certification. That's one spot. Take 2 design tiles. They're taking these. Okay, so now they've got some designs. And oh, they are upgradable. Upgradable get points. Yep. They're fine. Me. Recycle if possible, but after me, I think. So, I've got 2 shifts. If I claim the white car, a meeting will trigger. Whereas, if I get certified here, and then I could get a car park, couldn't I? So that I could upgrade. Oh, but I was going to get the red car with that, wasn't I? I wanted that for that. But we could get, like, the blue part. We can't do any trading with this. No. I'm thinking maybe I'm getting a car part. 3 shifts here and get certified. And then a 4th shift up in logistics and get a part so I can do some upgrading. Because it's going to cost me 3 shifts to get 2 cars. And then I'll have a 4th thing to do an upgrade as well. Yeah. So, 3 shifts. 2 come from here. 1 will be a bank shift. To go 1, 2, 3. And if this was the state at the end, I'm ahead of him. Don't have to be on the end space. I get certified. I'll get a speech bubble. And I'll get a bank shift. There we go. Then, I've got 1 more shift I can spend until it's 4. I could get another design, couldn't I? But I think parts. And then I could do an upgrade of like a blue or something. Black isn't there, which I would like. Blue's there. Oh, you weren't? Yeah. Yeah, get the blue. I'm just getting the blue part. I haven't got any books, sadly, so I can't do any of that stuff. Yeah. Right. That's my turn. And then end of day. Is there a blue or pink to swap for that? No. There's no meeting, but there will be a meeting in a minute. Sandra goes there. Mr. Lacerda is going to assembly also. Mr. Tortzi is going to get cars, but there is... Sucks that they get a car, but it means that my cars are going to be a bit cheaper. No, it doesn't. It's going to be the same for me. Oh, no. Yeah, I can take the one in front that's 1, and then the other one will be 1. So maybe I'll get to do more stuff. Don't know, probably training. Right. He's going there, and then I am going to R&D as well. All this is turned off. You can't see it. You just have to believe me. Mr. Tortzi gets certified, and then he upgrades their top thing. I'm going to have 4 cars here as well for that speech bubble. So they're upgrading the blue car with the blue part. Bank shift is the priority. Move that up. 3-point upgrade. Take the car with the highest value. Does that matter? Oh, it does. Because red is worth more points. Mr. Lacerda takes the first car. Mr. Tortzi takes the car worth the most points. Well, that's annoying. So there is going to be a meeting. And couldn't know that was happening, really. So I can't get 2 cars now. Well, actually, I can take both of the white cars. It would mean not upgrading any of them. And then use the other 2 shifts to get certified. You'd still have 4 cars for that speech bubble. I think this is unlocked. Oh no, I'm not certified in assembly yet, am I? I mean, that sounds good to me. See, I get a car. I would like to upgrade them more, but getting the car again repeats the bonus for end of week scoring, should that happen. Claim a white car. 1 shift because it's right behind the pace car. I'll go here because that gets me a speech token. I am certified in admin as well, so my 5th space is available. And then I will claim a car. It's 1 because it's behind the pace car. It does mean my lovely white upgrades, they're right at the bottom. And you can go in the last available car space. If I get certified here, I will have 1 more space for a car. And you get me 2 bank shifts. And I'm not supposed to put them on yet, but I can't spend that many anyway, so I can't see how it matters. And I think that needs to go 2. So nearly triggering another meeting after this one as well. Then, that is 4 cars. I get a speech bubble. And a health away. Then, that's only 2 shifts. I can't upgrade anymore though. I can't do any recycling because of the part that I chose to take. I can't actually upgrade anything. I would only be upgrading a car that I haven't got, so maybe it's for the best. He snuck in and took the red car. That does leave me with a shift spare, and if I spend a bank shift, I'm ahead of him, and I get whatever the award is. It's a book. That'll help me in future. So I'm fine with that. Sandra removes all the car parts, punishes me if I have 2 or fewer cars. 2 or fewer cars, Sandra. I'm full of cars. I cannot get any more cars right now. He goes to the end. First to get to the end, takes the speech bubble for another one. And then he is supplying that to the blue car, and he wants things going in the middle. So he's making a white car, annoyingly, which is going to be worth 2, 3 points. See how those points slip away? And then he is going to use a blue to make another blue. Again, putting them in the middle. He makes a red car, which is worth another 2 points. Remember when we were up here? Now I'm not going to have 3 designs, though, for that. I think getting the cars was useful. Right. He did 2 parts. He's the last person. It is meeting time. Did I get bank shifts for car in garage? Yes, I think I did. Did I? It doesn't look like I did it? I'll go for that. Because there are points at the end as well. Tiles are still far up. I like my tested things. Yeah, they're a bit off the screen. Right, so, meeting time. Mr. Lacerda gets 2, because it's meeting 2. Mr. Torzi gets 3, because he always does. Mr. Lacerda is first again. So, he goes left to right. I've done 2 of this. I get 8 points. So, I'm on -5. So, I am not certified in assembly, so I could go there with a speech token, but that's just getting me nothing. Whereas if I go... Oh, in my garage. I know what you mean. Oh, I think this is going to be a bad meeting time. If I go there, that stops him getting 4 points, and he'll go here. Then Mr. Lacerda is going to go here and score 6 points. I think that's okay. Mr. Torzi will do less things if you do that. So I can tell Sandra about a thing I didn't do. I'm not certified in assembly, so I've wasted her time and I get no points for that. But I'm just blocking. I've got 5 speech tokens. Hopefully that's a viable thing. Mr. Tortsy comes in, and so he is going to go to the next thing along and tell her about pink upgrades that he's done once that he got 4 points for. Is that a good idea? Yes. Is it? Yes. So then Mr. Lacerda comes in and tells her about tested design, about just designs that he's got, which he's got 6 points worth apparently. But then I can come in and say, I've got 2, so that's worth 4 points. Mr. Tortsy will come here and get 2 points. But I can come here and get 4 points. And he can't go anywhere now. So that's it. Can you tell it? Can you not tell him about things that you haven't done? Or am I making that up? I've only got a little player aid up here, so I don't know if it'll tell me. Yeah, you can play on a space even if it scores you no points. You are thematically entirely wasting everybody's time, but just to deny someone points. Which is why I did it. But now neither of them are going to go. He's got no speech tokens left, Lacerda. Tortsy has already played on the leftmost card, so that's it now for them. Can we score 9 points? I hope so. I don't think I can. I think I've lost. I think I've lost from him taking that red card, to be honest. So I can get 4 points from that. And then I'm certified in one of the things, so I can get 4 points from that. But yeah, I've lost. Haven't I? I don't think there's a better way you could have done it. Because the other way around, he does that no matter what. You can go there and get 4. He'll go there and get 4. So they're on 8. And I'm on 4. So -4 so far. He comes here and gets 4. So -8. I can come here and get 4, -4. He comes here and gets -4. I don't know, I've lost track. So the way it is right now, I've lost by a point. If I did it the other way, which we can easily reset, I don't think this turns out any better, but maybe I've worked it out wrong and I wouldn't get sacked. So if I didn't block him off there first, he always goes there first and gets 8 points, no matter what. I can't stop that. If I just came here so he couldn't get the most, and so I would get 4, then Tortsy would come in and get 4. Lacerda comes in and gets 4. I can get 4, but then he gets 4. I can get 4 and he can't do his last thing. And then, yeah, I play any one of my things. It's the exact same points, actually. Either way. It's the exact same points. And, yeah, 1 point in it. So, yeah, by the letter of the law, I've lost. But We're near the end. Let's just play it out. For me, it's too difficult. I think, like, if that had like finally gone through, it would have been very satisfying and a relief. But yeah, pink. Is there something I could do differently? Because I couldn't upgrade the designs because of the colours that I'd taken, which maybe is my bad as well. If I could see that that might have happened. We can do that retcon if you want. Yeah, them taking points from you is crazy. And Lacerda always scores the most. Tortsy always scores the least. No. Like, we could. Are you sure they get points from the upgrade spot? Which one? When they upgrade parts, they don't get the points on the tile that you would normally get. They get the points if they block off a spot and if they move the part, like wherever they move the parts to. I think. I mean, we can retcon it to, like, if I took a different part colour, which I'm happy to do. I don't care. What part would I have needed to take instead of that, though? Like, it's upgrading a car that I do not have, and a car that they do have. Yeah, say that I took the pink part instead, and in the R&D of this round still, instead of going to the last space there, I upgraded the green car that I don't care about, and we'll probably get a book. Instead of getting to the end that gets me no points, that didn't get me the speech tokens or anything, that just got me a book. And yeah, we're retconning anyway, so let's just get loads of points. So I was on 3. That would give me 4, another 2, and then pink goes along, and another 4. There we go. If we're gonna ignore the firing anyway, let's go back in time and see the risk that the red car might get taken and take a different part instead. Yeah, so that goes on my upgraded, but you haven't got a car of its space. And I could even advance the pink again to go to be worth more points, but I'm not gonna. Right, so now in the meeting. Groundhog Day in this meeting. 3rd time through it. But I now have not only more points, but an ace up my sleeve. So Lacerda goes there and gets 8 points. I go there and get 8 points because now I've upgraded 2 pinks. So cancel that out. Tortsy goes there and gets 4 because it's the only option. Lacerda goes there and gets 6. I can't do anything about that. I can't stop him from going there. I've only got 1 part now, but I think on balance it's still better. So there, because I've got that upgrade, which is 4. Tortsy goes there for 4. I can do my own, which is 4. He comes here for 2. And then I can still come here for 2. Because another meeting might not happen. There we go. With that time traveling. I mean, they should put this in the play raid, really, shouldn't they? Solo is rough. It's so rough. I mean, it's good playing Kanban, but there is a, because I know like where the machine had an auto fail like condition as well. there is a massive difference in like the same thing happening and Lacerda and Tortsi earning points versus taking them off you. There is like, even being aware of it, there is a toll that takes. Getting green cars or getting blue cars, I'm not going to do either, I don't think. So I've got to put things out in case there's another meeting. Have cars in garages 4 and 5, nearly. Have black cars, I've got 1. If I can get certified in a 5th thing before him, what's that, assembly? Then I can't go to assembly. If I can get certified in a 5th thing before him, I can have first say in the meeting and deny him points from that. Because he'll still go there but get less points. And then I can go there and do the same thing. But I have to go to admin to get trained in there, annoyingly. Right. That's the meeting. New things are out. I refill my hand. Another meeting might not even happen, though. It probably will, though, won't it? The meeting will probably end it rather than the end of week. Because only 2 cars need to get taken now. Right. Mr. Tortsi is going to design. Me. The black car is right for taking. Good design. One right there. What do you mean make one? I'm hurting for parts, really, aren't I? More than anything. So I need to go to... I mean, going to designs wouldn't be a bad thing. I think I need to go to admin, and from admin go to assembly. Try and get that certification, try and get ahead, because I think a meeting's happening. Sandra goes to logistics. Lacerda goes to logistics. At least he's going to do a Kanban order. And he'll get to the end of that. But then maybe I go ahead of that as well. So Sandra, she doesn't have to do anything there. She is punishing Tortsia, not me. So that's fine. Kanban order. Put the double up and then put the card there. And then fill this up. So it's going to be 2 of that. And a blue. And a grey. And no green. Done. And then he is going to take all of the pink. No. All of the green. No. The beige. No. All of the... No, so pick something that's there. The blue. Takes the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So that's their max, isn't it? And then he's going to take another because he's certified, isn't he? I don't think I've moved him as well. He needs to go there. 3 points for being first to the end. A point for taking a speech token away. Then he takes parts again. Another part, please. Pink. No. No. Grey. So, if they gain a 7th, reduce down to 6 by discarding the type lowest on the upgrade value track. That's grey or beige. If tied, select a tied part at random. That's beige or grey. He discards 1 of the greys. So they get points based on these at the end. Right, that's Lacerda. And you. Tortsi is getting certified. And he is taking the design tiles here. At the bottom of their stack. They are both upgradable. So no need to think about points they're getting. Go there. Take half of that. And then you go there. And I am in admin. There will not be recycling. Those parts aren't there. Okay, so if I spent all of the shifts training, I would not only get certified, I would get to the end of the track and get a bonus. Downside, I've not made a car doing that. I suppose we need to make speech bubbles again. But there's not a... It's hard to make a grey or a green right now. I could just go and grab these lovely parts that have been made for me. Getting to the end here is worth 3 points and a speech bubble. And you could still spend 2 shifts to get certified in there. Go on then. 2 shifts. I'm at the end. 1, 2, 3 points. I get the speech token, which are worth points if a meeting doesn't happen. And I get an award, which is a parts voucher. Good reward. That's me 2 shifts. So I'm definitely going to spend 2 bank shifts, and I'm going to get certified here. So I've unlocked my last garage space. Am I going to the front and assuming that a meeting's happening? Yes. Yeah, do that. Just a certification turn. I wish I had books. So that's that. Sandra is going to designs. I'm not behind, I don't have to worry about that. Lacerda is going to assembly. Tootsie is going to admin. And Tom hasn't decided. I could get the red car if I go to R&D. I could pick up the red car, which has been upgraded twice. I could pick up the red car. Keep saying it. I could pick up the red car, but I wouldn't be able to upgrade anything. I could pick up the red car and go to the end of the track. And then I'm ahead of him for scoring, which is 5 points. And that is assuming, big assumption, that I'm even going to survive the meeting stroke end of week scoring. Take points for certification track. I was thinking though, wouldn't it be better? Oh, if I took 5 points. Yeah, maybe that's better than denying him 4 actually. Because Mr. Torsey's not coming up to 5 certifications, is he? I think that's a good move, Matt. We'll get the 5 points rather than going first. Because I'm going first to deny him 4. So I think that's a... Go to R&D and get the car. It's worth 5 points. Just for having it. You can maybe work on designs later. Under my marker. Are these? We'll get these at the end, if those are the ones that you mean. Or do you mean these? Or if you put it off, they might take the car. I mean, a third white car, it's just you've only upgraded it twice. They've upgraded one once. You could go and get designs, but then parts aren't in Kanban. You've got a parts voucher. If you went to designs first, got a couple of things, then you go there to pick it all up. Cause Kanban was loose, so what do I know? But she does. The downside is she doesn't want to know about red cars. She wants to know about green cars that aren't there. She wants to know about certifications, cars in these garages. What's going to get you speech tokens? Not a clue. Making cars, but I haven't got the resources to be making so many cars to make those speech bubbles. If you don't take cars, a meeting might not happen. Even if the meeting happens, the meeting won't happen today because you're only going to take 1 car. They're not going to those places, so they might take a car tomorrow and a meeting happens, but either way the end of week scoring will happen, which might balance out the horrible stuff that's going to happen at the meeting. just take the designs. The pop-up is... Oh, the thingy. I've only got the red design. If we delay it... Hey, Andre, how's it going? If we delay it and just go and get 2 designs... But then, as I've been saying, you haven't got the parts to upgrade a load of things. You've got that could be the black part, but then you're not going to have upgraded 2 for this. You're certified in that, and you've got 2 white cars. So maybe you shouldn't get a car at all and try to stop a meeting happening in the first place. Upgraded car is good for the end of the week. It's had 2 upgrades on it. I won't have done either of them. Yeah, if you don't go and get a car, maybe a meeting won't happen, because I think the meeting's just going to be bad for me. Whereas end of week scoring, I get way more than them. So maybe I just shouldn't go there at all. But at the same time, if I do go there, I can get certified, and that's going to be a 10-point swing, basically, because they're getting 5 points for being ahead of me. If I'm ahead of them, that's 5 points for me, and maybe they're not even going to go there and get a car. And maybe the meeting will work itself out. Go and get the car. I'm sick of arguing with myself about it. Right, get the red car. Put that there. 2 shifts for that, please. Red car in there, and we will get a speech token. So maybe if there is a meeting, we'll speak at it, and we'll still have something left for them. I don't know. A meeting would be terrible. Are you going to stick with the decision to just go there, then? What if you just upgrade the pot? You've got a parts voucher. It's not going to be as helpful for end of week scoring. But I think it would be very much in my interest to not have a meeting. Watch them both go there. Upgrade this with your parts voucher. Use your double upgrade. And then we want the burgundy thing on a red car. All I can take is a book. That's something. Upgrade that, and I get 2, 6, 8 points. 1 shift. Second shift. Get over his thing. Get a book. Third shift. I can't do anything. I haven't got that car. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. But something's happening. You can't say that nothing happened. Mr. Lacerda can't train anymore because he's at the end. He wants to put a grey part on the grey car and make one of them, pushing things out the middle. He gets 2 points for that, but no one wants a black car. Knowing he was there, maybe he should have got designs. But I don't want a meeting to happen. How many times do I have to go around this with myself? He makes a blue car. Also not in demand, but he gets 2 points for making one. Anyway. He does it twice because he's certified. Yes, Sandra is not bothering me and is getting rid of these 4 designs and sliding everything out. But I don't think we care about that. He is getting certified here, which means he's got his 3rd certification, and getting trained where Sandra is. And then he's recycle if possible, take this out and put a blue in. There's already a blue. Pick better things. Right, it's all on this. What can I do? Just go to a department and get ahead of them on training. Sad thing is I've only got 1 part, and so I can't... You get 2 things unless solo is different. Two things on what? Hey, Andre, it's gameswithtony.com. Tony has made a helper that replaces the well, it doesn't replace the deck. It implements the deck onto a handy web app that also reminds you the exact steps of what everyone does. It's amazing. You get two things unless solo is different. For what? Oh, for putting your car in here. Maybe that would have been good though. This is going to trigger the end of the game enter. Sandra is going to come here and do the end of week scoring. I don't want a meeting to happen. I can't come here. I can go to admin, but I haven't got a design. I've barely got car parts. In case a meeting happens, I can't get things that anyone can. I can get parts vouchers here, can't I? Talk about a parts voucher, but what good's that? Certifications. 3 certifications is the best bet. Having designs ain't going to help you. I mean, they're all worth a bit, aren't they, at the end? Like, speech tokens are worth 1. Parts vouchers are worth 1. Bank shifts are worth points. I mean, I'd say, come here, do a Kanban order, that's a point. Get a parts voucher, that's a point. And you'll be able to get to the end. Logistics. Because assembly, I can only make 1 car. If I could get a speech token by making 1 car, I would go there, but I can't. I've only got 1 thing. These are worth a point each as well, so if I don't spend them, that might help me out. I'm going to logistics. Let's go for it. And then you go to admin. That's bad because Sandra's going to get there, so they're going to get ahead of me on that track. Can't do anything about it though. Sandra sits at a desk and Mr. Tortsy goes to assembly. Maybe I would have been able to make something actually. Because he would have gone there first. Top of training track. Mr. Tortsy goes up the certification and is putting a grey part on the red car. He's got every right to do. And makes a red car. So I could have made a white car and got a speech token from this. At a point. And got to the end of the track. I don't know that it's better. Maybe it would have been better. There's no demand for a red car though, so that's it for you. For me, I have 3 shifts. So 1, get me a parts voucher, please. There's no need to do the Kanban order, really. 1, get me a parts voucher. 2, 3, get me to the top of this, so at least I'll get the 5 points and offset the ones I'm not ahead on. And I get a book, which is another point. Yeah, that's that. Mr. Lacerda, unfortunately, is now going to go 1 space here and then train twice where Sandra is. Going to get ahead of me on that track. And then Sandra is going to make us do end of week scoring. So we've avoided the meeting, which I think would have been bad. I think I would have lost way more points than I would have gained by making a meeting happen. Although, actually, I'm ahead. Still in the meetings, so I'd still be able to deny him because he's only ever gone to, he has never gone to designs the whole game. He starts in that position. Right, so a point for every upgrade been made to every model of car that you have. So white has been upgraded 3 times. I have 3 white cars. That's 9 points. Black has been upgraded 3 times, all by me. So I have 1 black car, 3 points. And then every tested design you have of that model. I've got 2 tested white designs. I've got 3 white cars, so 6 points. And then I've got 1 black car and 3 tested designs, 3 more points. And then advance the week marker. They get 2 points for each of their things, which is going to be 6. And evaluation penalty, not for me, thank you. Meeting has not occurred, but that is it, isn't it? Finish the day, do the end of week meeting, and then final scoring. So my final scoring is just the same, apart from the majorities for the end. So spend a speech token on any final goals you wish to score. Down here. Be certified in those 2, please. I'm certified in everything. So 6 points for that. Have 2 white cars. 8 points for that. 14 points. A point per bank shift. I've got 6 of them. A point per speech token left, books and vouchers. 4 altogether. Points for cars in your garages. So white cars are worth 4 points. I've got 3 of them, so 12. And black cars are worth 6 points. Then training tracks. So for every track where I'm furthest ahead, I get 5 points. For every track where either of them is furthest ahead, they get 5 points. So I am ahead on 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. That's a profit in the end. 3 out of 5 I'll take. So that's 15 points. Then the colleagues score 5 points for every track where they're in the lead. 2 of them, back 10. 2 points for every design tile left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another 8 points. Cars, as usual, scoring. So green, 2 points. Red, 5, so 7. Blue, 3 points. 10 more points. And then the car parts are equal to the values of the car parts. So that's going to be 2, 4, 7, 10, 14, 20. So hurt myself putting that up a bit, probably. Well, I gained from it as well, though. So 38 will be my final score. With a big asterisk on it, but I'm not bothered. Right. The ranks. I remember when Musketeer was pleasant and funny. Intern. Made it. Intern. Oh, I said it like that. Made it to the end of the game with 1 point or more. I mean, if I'd made a different decision on that part, that's the only thing we changed, albeit after having realised we'd lost. And have 2 or more tested designs. I got 5 of them. Assistant Supervisor, 15 points. We've got 38 points. 2 or more tested designs, yes. 2 or more bank shifts, yes. 2 or more certifications, yes. 30 points or more, 38. 3 or more cars, I've got 4. Tested designs with a total value of 12 points or more. What do you mean? I don't know what that means. 5 or more bank shifts, I've got 6. 4 or more certifications, I've got 5. Total value of 12 points or more. I don't know what you mean on that. CEO, 50 points. 5 different cars. Tested designs with a value of 30 or more. 8 or more bank shifts. 5 certifications. And top, 5 cars of the same model and 6 designs of that model. Or 5 different cars and a tested design of each one. During the game, your performance never reached 20 points, but at the end, you had 50 or more. Tested designs with a total value of 12 or more. Does that mean because of the parts? Because if it just meant they're worth 2 points each, like they say on the back, it would just say have 6 of them. Tested designs with a total value of 12 or more. It must mean the parts, right? Either way, I'm not too fussed about the rank because, yeah, depending on how much of a stickler you are. I didn't make it, but I can tell you, I'm the one recorded in the video for all of history. I made it. This counts. Doesn't matter what you say, it counts. And so we will take that as a win. There's difficulty cards as well to make it harder, which the solo app also implements. If you're finding this somehow too easy, although to be fair, like you're not just trying to play Kanban well, because you aren't like looking at what other people are doing. Like the solo is having to make up for stuff, isn't it? Because the bot isn't really making decisions based on things. It's not making the card. It's making the cards based on a card draw rather than what people actually want. Although it does end up getting a lot of them. It's a race for certifications, although not a race to the end until a bit later. Try not to let them do too much of something, but you can't really control that too much. Try not to let Sandra skip, or try not to let her punish you too much, but she'll punish you a bit. But yeah, even and as well, even with the temporary second, in the second we had in that alternate timeline that never actually happened, there's 1 point. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. So there we go. That is some Kanban EV, and maybe we'll be back in the future. I don't know when the last one was, actually. It's probably a while ago. Editing can make it a legit win. Let's take the live stream off. Just chop that bit out. That 20 minutes of I'm in an hour in. If we just chop that out, it'll be shorter, and I will have just won. Editing makes me look a lot better at a lot of games, I think. I still sees a lot more of the bits where I haven't fully smoothed things out yet. And the remnants of many, many takebacks. But there we go. That is some Kanban EV. So I am going to be back at the same time tomorrow, 8 p.m. BST, for The Cats of Mont Saint Michel, which is a game that is coming to Kickstarter tomorrow from Raybox Games. And it is a campaign dungeon crawly kind of game where we are cats tasked with protecting a castle, and a swarm of rats is about to take over, summoned by a nefarious cardinal. And we're going to be prowling and pouncing around, trying to stop them. And then on Wednesday, I am going to be live again at 8 o'clock for some Orleans Invasion, a solo game that I don't think I've played since near the start of this channel, which is ages ago now. But yeah, that'll be fun to play that again. And then we won't be live for a while. But there are loads of playthroughs coming up, and I'm pretty excited about them as well. There might even be, I don't want to commit to something, but there has been a last minute arrival, and I am tempted to try and film it, but it will be cramming things in. Exactly. For solo, you got to be thinking for 3 people and doing all of their moves. Why don't they crawl around the board by themselves? I got to be remembering all the bits, and that's why this, like, oh, that's not the thing I wanted to press. Toning. Like, I know the thing is just doing exactly what the cards would do, and, like, you can't see the draw piles and stuff like that, but so much easier. Like, there's a few things like that, I just think, like, trying to remember exactly how I'm laying the cards out, and did I do this, and yeah, just pressing it in that app and having that take some of that burden off is so much easier. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you for your help. You can support the channel on patreon.com/slickerdrips if you would like to help me do things. And yeah, I will see you, I hope, live tomorrow at the same time for some fighting cats. And yeah, have a lovely evening, everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye.